So when you're ready. So hi Jen.
I'm ready.
You don't normally have this kind of extraordinary introductions,
Should
but
I be looking at you, but
me. So we should start. Jane, fitness trainer, so passionate about fitness. You're back in Kenya. You've been in the States for a while. You've mentioned for a long while. So tell me, why did you decide to come back to Kenya?
I came back to Kenya because I think it was year 12 years after being there. I just started feeling like I need to do more.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started thinking about Kenya, and my reason for coming back is I was tired of the life. It was fast-paced. I couldn't do too much other than just my job. I have a professional career. I'm a PM, a project manager. My passion has been fitness or health, and I felt as though there was a need here for that, which then made me want to start thinking about coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've mentioned that the life in the States was fast-paced. Can you actually define more?
Fast-paced means you're stuck in a regimen. Let me not say stuck, but for you to live a certain quality of life, you have to work very hard. You don't have much time to do anything but work, come home, sleep, pay bills, work again. It's the same. It's mundane, and I get bored very easily. So even after having been there for so long, one of the things I had to do was stop working for companies and consult so I can move around and not get bored, to help make it more interesting.
True.
But then I was tired of corporate and was trying to figure out how else to break out. And then that's when the decision that maybe coming home would be the best thing.
So when did you move to the States? At what age?
I left in 99. I had just turned 21. So I was gone for 15 years. Yeah.
What was like the culture shock?
The culture shock for me was the people. I was 21 in college with 16, 17-year-olds who are sharp. The technology, I remember having to drop a math class because I didn't know how to use a calculator for doing the sine, cosine stuff. I had to take tuition to learn how to use a calculator so I can take the class. So that was shocking. The weather, it was cold in the winter. The US is good. It was good. It was just different. And then obviously there are no parents to chaperone me around or care what I'm doing. The freedom was amazing. Yeah.
And what were the dangers of the freedom? What did you do?
No one's ever asked me that question.
But you do that?
The freedom for me, the freedom was scary because I had the choice of not going to school, partying, drinking, just doing what I want, and there was no one for me to answer to. So it's one of those, you could cross the line easy. I knew people who came to the US and who came to my school, and after a semester they dropped off. But I guess my mother brought me up well, and I always felt as though I had to do whatever the plan she and I had set out. I had to see it through. So the freedom was great, not having mom there to watch me, but it was also scary at the same time.
What did you do that you regret the most?
What I did that I regret?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything in the US that I personally did that I regret. The one thing that I think I could have done better was, and I think it's an age thing or you learn as you grow, is how I chose friends. I remember my first years in the US, I was gung-ho about my Kenyan peeps. I want to hang out with Kenyans. I want to do what the Kenyans are doing. I was all for Kenyans. And then by year number 6, I was like, okay, you guys always talk about me. You're gossiping. You're always trying to find out what I'm doing. So I cut all Kenyans off. And I think that's the last time I really associated with Kenyans. I pretty much led the last 10 lives of my life in the US with different types of people, not Kenyans.
True. And coming back to Kenya, what did you feel that was different from when you left?
So I came back to Kenya every year or every 2 years. So I saw the development, I saw the roads, the infrastructure, the restaurants, the nightlife. I saw the growth, only that I'd only be here for 3 or 4 weeks and then I'd leave. Now this time coming back, before I made the move, I had to prepare myself mentally that there's some things that will not be like the US. Service might be slower, roads might have potholes, things might not move as fast, especially when I need something done. So mentally I prepared for those things. Moving to Kenya for me has not been difficult because my parents live in Nairobi, so I just moved back home with them. The one thing that I've found to be the challenge is after living by yourself for 15 years, moving back into the house of your parents, living with them, and then trying to duplicate my fitness life in Kenya has been a struggle because I come from living in my own house where I had all my food cooked. It was there was no junk, there was water. Now I'm living in the house, even though the help makes me fish and vegetables, there's still mandazis and chapatis floating around. So obviously I'll be like, okay, let me enjoy myself for a week or 2 or 3 a month. So that has been a struggle. One, nutrition, trying to focus how I'm focused in the US has been a problem. The second challenge has been gyms in Kenya are so expensive. The gyms I go to probably charge about 15,000 shillings a month, $150, when I was used to $30 a month. And these gyms I was used to for 30 bucks a month, there are maybe 200 in the city. So if I'm in Westlands, I can go to Westlands. If I'm in Karen, I can go to Karen. But here, every time I want to go work out, I have to be strategic because there's only 1 or 2 gyms I can go to. So those have been a bit of a struggle. So I've had to start doing experiments with myself and with my body to see, okay, if I don't have all the things I had in the US, how do I still stay healthy? I still work out. My food has been a fluctuation due to different things, but it's coming together. Kenya has been good.